here with Lance Speck, VP and General Manager at Pervasive. Lance, a lot of Pervasive's success has been around your partner program. Can you give us some tips or advice on how to build and manage a successful partner program?
I can, yeah. It's I guess the shortest answer would be you can't do it halfway. So it's hard. There's a lot of investment that goes into it, technical investment on the marketing and sales side, the programs, the platforms that support your customers, implementation, getting them trained and knowledgeable across the technical fronts and on the sales and marketing fronts. A lot of investment. It's going to show good returns for your customer and your partner in the long term, but you really have to position that with the company to say, I'm buying into partnership, and therefore I know I need to net invest so that we have this partner for the next 10, 20 years.
I saw a stat recently that said 55% of companies feel data integration is an important part of their information management strategy. What do you think? Does that seem low?
I think that's 55% that admit it or know it. I mean, if you were to ask me, then I would say it's more like 80+%. And so I don't know if it's an active, passive, or latent active pain thing, but this is, if we walked around and talked to all of the people in this room and asked just a few questions, you would find that 4 out of 5 of them have the problem. So I'm going with 80%.
Now, I saw this week that Salesforce introduced or announced an integration with User Voice, which was an integration built by Pervasive. Can you tell me about that integration?
Yeah, so like many of the companies that are here that we work with, we integrate many different things, many different SaaS applications, many different on-prem, sometimes SaaS and on-prem hybrid. In the case of User Voice, this is an integration, bidirectional integration that was built to integrate with Salesforce, and it's hosted on our Galaxy, which is our marketplace. And so this allows us to build. That's just one of many different things that we'll build with both. We've already built with Salesforce, and we'll continue to build with User Voice, so that their partnerships, their channels, their SIs can all have easier access without having to go in and custom code. So it's all about reusability, repeatability, faster onboarding, letting us handle the integration part, which is our core competency, and letting User Voice handle their core competency.
So Mark Benioff said something interesting yesterday. He said by 2017, most IT budget would fall under the CMO. What do you think about that?
I believe it. I think the responsibility and a lot of the pains will still fall under the CIO, but I believe that the budgets go to the CMO or whatever they're calling them. Sometimes they'll call it innovation officer. There's a lot of demand, and to stay competitive, you have to move. You have to move quickly. You have to be flexible. A lot of companies use us to do just that. And if you're not, it doesn't matter. You know, nothing else matters. If you're not getting new customers, if your competitors wiped you out of the market, well then nothing else really matters. It doesn't matter how solid anything else is if you aren't thinking that way first. So I agree with Mark.
Thanks, Lance. I appreciate it. Best of luck to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Rihanna.